Kids, welcome to another chapter. Today we are doing phrasal verbs. So what are phrasal verbs? Let's get started with that. Similar to idioms and phrases, I'm sure you have studied idioms and phrases. If not, there is a chapter there, go through it. So similar to idioms and phrases, but phrasal verbs have a major difference. Phrasal verbs are basically verbs that have become phrases due to their general use case. So similarly, some words, they come in a sentence and they are not used. Typically, they are not used in a way that they are supposed to be used. Like its meaning has a different meaning altogether. You have to read between the lines. But these phrasal verbs, they are basically phrases that have been formed from verbs and now have become phrases. For example, if you look at it, add up to. If I want to, add the literal meaning, it means, to count number of things that will come up together. But its meaning is to have something build up in combination or along with something that has already happened, right? So this is how phrasal verbs are used. For example, if I have to use it in the sentence, the example would be the chief guest arriving late added up to the existing problems. There are already problems, then it adds up to it. Similarly, ask around is a phrasal verb that means to inquire about something to different people. Like the teacher asked around the entire school if they saw a little boy named Krishna going upstairs. Abide by, it means to act in accordance with something or to remain faithful to someone. So while you are here, you will have to abide by the rules and regulations of this organization. He did not show up for the event as he had promised, but he had supported me for months, so I will abide by him. Account for means to explain something by connecting or relating circumstances, or to be the primary cause of something that happened, or to destroy. The doctor does not have to account for anything to you. You will be accounted for any damage done to the products, and terrorism accounts for the lives lost more than diseases do. Break in means to enter a building or a place forcefully, or to start something brand new or take something to a new level. So someone tried to break into our house last Saturday. Charles broke in with the newest smartphone. Break up means to break some object into pieces or to end a relationship, which is its most common usage, or to dissolve or part. The glass plates broke up when it was unknowingly pushed down by Chandler. Kimmy broke up with her boyfriend last month. The party finally broke up after 3 long hours of dance and music. Moving on, we have blow up. Blow up means to explode, enlarge, or to fail disastrously. For example, do you know any vehicles? Do you know why vehicles blow up when they crash into another vehicle or fall off a cliff? Or try blowing up the pictures if you want a better look at them. Or Yadu blew up the interview he attended yesterday. All three uses, all three being differently used. So you have to pay attention to it. You will learn it with proper usage. Back down means to take a more compromising and less aggressive position or approach in a conflict, contrary to what you had in mind earlier. The opposite party decided to back down after hearing our case. Break off means to cancel or put an end to something. So Diana broke off her engagement. Bring on means to cause something to happen. Excessive drinking and smoking can bring on serious health hazards like heart attack, lung disease, and cancer. Bring up means to mention, to rear or nurture, or to uncover something that has been in the dark or a mystery for a long time. We had asked Salim not to bring up the issue of gender neutrality, but I did it anyway. My brother and I were born and brought up in North India. The facts that we had been missing out were on the facts we were missing out on were brought up by Terry, the undercover agent. Brush up, to review or improve on some skill that you already possess or some information that you already know. I have to help my sister brush up her French before she leaves for Paris. Burst out, to display sudden, powerful emotion or to speak suddenly or emotionally. The whole room burst out into laughter the moment the boys left. Call off. Call off means to cancel. The managing director had to call off the meeting because of some medical emergency. Catch up. Catch up means to update oneself with the past and present events. It's been a really long time since we met. We should definitely catch up. It also means to entangle. All the embroidery threads we have got caught up with each other as they were put together. It also means to reach something that is already ahead. Susan was late for the meeting, but she somehow managed to catch up with all that she missed. Now, check out. Check out means to withdraw or to leave or to examine or inspect. Ross never checks out of the hotel room he has rented even 1 minute before the given time. Or the CBI checked out the spot for possible evidence. Cheer up means to become happy. The little boy fell down but he cheered up soon after. Or it makes to make someone happy by doing or saying something. His dad was doing all he could to cheer him up. Count on. Count on means to depend on something for something, like all the members of the team were counting on their captain to perform. Or to expect. Don't count on being able to get the 9 p.m. bus if you aren't planning to leave home by 8:30. Clean up means to tidy. Tommy was asked to clean up the hall after his playtime. Or it means to become smart or handsome. He looks smart. He surely cleans up well. Drop out means to quit or to leave. Shruti and Samantha decided to drop out of the online course or to be interrupted momentarily. I'm not able to make any phone calls as the line keeps dropping out. Do without means to manage without someone or something. Binu sure cannot do without a secretary. Do away with means to put an end to something or to eliminate something. If you want to live in peace, it will you have to do away with the superstitions and judgments. Ease off means to reduce the pressure. Like try listening to some music, it will surely help you ease off your thoughts about the upcoming exam results. Or to become less serious or concerned. Like the manager tried to ease off a little. He had been working for months to get this project. End up means to conclude. After all the chaos, this is how all of it ended up. It also means to arrive at a particular destination. Joy, Shirin, Sanju, and Arjun ended up in a forest after driving for a long time. It also means to do something eventually. We sat in the railway station for long hours as the train was late, and we ended up talking and enjoying each other's company. Figure out means to solve or find out something. As soon as I figure out how to return a request for the trimmer I brought, I will order a different one. Or to understand. Are you able to figure out what she has been speaking about? Are you able to figure out what I'm speaking about? Fall apart means to break into pieces or to disintegrate. My old house is falling apart. We have to do something about it soon or we would be in big trouble. It also means to be in an emotional crisis. I cannot stand to see my two best friends falling apart because of something so silly. Get back means to retrieve. Make sure you get every single form back before you leave the office today evening. Or it also means to do something to harm or hurt someone who has harmed or hurt you. The boys from the other school are planning to get back at us because they lost the match. Get through means to overcome or endure. It was very difficult for her to get through all of it alone. It also means to complete. Cinderella got through the book she was reading this afternoon. Given means to collapse or to fall. The building gave in due to the earthquake. It also means to surrender or to admit defeat. After a long quarrel, I finally gave in and let him have the last piece of cake. Go about means to keep oneself busy with something. My brother just goes about his work, he never has time for the family. Grow up means to develop or flourish. Technology grew up even in the most rural areas. Grow apart means to become estranged gradually. They were very close, but they grew apart over the years. Goof around means to play or fool around, like the children were goofing around with their grandparents. Go through with means to proceed or continue with. My mom had decided to go through with the demolition of our ancestral house. Starting with H. Hang on. Hang on means to wait. And the example is, can you please hang on for a minute while I check for the details? It also means to grasp or hold. Hang on to the handle so you do not fall. It means to continuously have faith in something as well. He has got a theory that he hangs on to. And it also means to persevere. This pain is not going to stay in forever. Just hang on and keep going. So, it's a very diverse phrasal verb. Hold on means to store something for someone or to wait for a short while. Like, can you please hold on to this seat so that I can bring my luggage? Or hold on, let me just get my phone. Hand out means to distribute. The teacher asked Maya to hand out the permission slips. Hand over means to transfer control or possession of something to someone or to deliver something to someone. The controls of the system were handed over to Mike. I handed over all the documents to the bank manager yesterday. Hang out means to spend time with someone, not doing anything in particular. Like my friends decided to hang out at the coffee shop opposite our college after graduation. Hold against means to try less of, to think less of someone because of something they might have done. Suganya was awful to me when we were in school, but I don't hold any of it against her. But I don't think she has moved on. Head back means to go back to a place from where you had initially started. Like for example, we headed back to the hotel after a long trek. Knockout means to render unconscious, or it also means to complete or to exhaust. The police knocked out the man who tried to break into the house. Ricky knocked out the entire assignment in one night, and taking care of 50 students all day really knocked her out. Knock off means to kill. The girl hired a gang to knock off the people who had been threatening her. It also means to remove as a form of a discount. The manager agreed to knock off 25% of the price for all new arrivals. It also means to rob. The mob knocked off a clothing store during the commotion. Knock over means to stage a heist. The gang knocked over another bank this week. It also means to strike something. Kimmy knocked over the water bottle which was kept open. Look for means to search or seek or to expect. She spent her whole day looking for a green file. Do you have any idea what they would look for in me? Look out means to be careful and vigilant. The police have asked all the residents of the area to look out for men wearing peculiar clothes. Look up means to refer or search for information. I guess I have to look up the dictionary to find out the meanings of the word I do not know. It also means to have better prospects. Everything has started looking up for him since he moved to France. Look into means to investigate or explore. The CBI has been appointed to look into the case. It also means to consider. Can you please look into this before you move on to the next work? Right? Moving on, we have done K and L. We are going to M. Make for means to produce a result. Constant disagreement and arguments will not make for a happy marriage. Make up means to fabricate or invent. It also means to settle or resolve. Can you believe they made up the whole story? You definitely have to make up for all that happened because of your forgetfulness. Move in means to start living or working in a new place. So when are you moving into the new apartment? Move out means to leave one's current location and go to another place. Beth finally moved out of this neighborhood. Narrow down means to make things more specific. Can you please narrow down your choices so that we can provide you the cost estimation? Opt out means to decide not to participate in something. Anna opted out of the creative writing competition. Make for means to produce a result. Constant disagreement and arguments will not make for a happy marriage. Pay for means to be punished or held accountable for something that has happened. We had warned him he would have to pay for his careless choices. Pay back means to take revenge. Gulliver paid them back for kidnapping him. Point out means to remind or indicate. The lawyer pointed out that Harry was the one who reached the spot first. Pull off means to achieve, succeed, or make it happen. For example, are you sure you can pull it off by yourself? Pull over means to come to a stop. Can you please pull over for some time? Put up means to dare to someone to do something. He thinks someone might have put him up to the job. Or it also means to endure. I don't know how I'm going to put up with all her drama. Put up with to me means to bear with or endure. I don't know exactly what you had to put up with to reach here. Rip off means to copy illegally or to duplicate. Do you know who ripped off their idea? Rule out means to reject an option. We had to rule out the colors that looked flashy. It also means to make something impossible. The heavy rains ruled out every chance to go out today. Run into meet means to meet someone unexpectedly. I ran into your brother on the way to school yesterday. Run over means to describe briefly. Can you please run over the agenda for me? It also means to drive over something. Someone just ran over the poor dog. Screw up means to ruin or make a mistake. Please do not try to screw it up this time. And see about means to take care. My teacher will see about it. Settle downs means to get comfortable. Let me know once we have settled down. Settle for means to accept something that is not desirable. He finally decided to settle for the cheaper headphones. Sign up means to enroll. We decided to sign up for the winter musicals this year. And sign off means to stop talking. So I'm planning to sign off after this is complete. Sneak in means to enter without being noticed. Did you see her sneak into the room? Shut down means to stop something from functioning. It would be good if you could shut it down for a while. It also means to end. The company was shut down. It also means to withdraw oneself emotionally as a defense mechanism. She shuts down every time I try to make conversation with her. Stand up for means to speak or act in support of something. Would you stand up for us? Straighten out means to make something right. He's coming tomorrow to straighten things out. Try out means to test something to check if it works well or not. Why don't you try out if the TV is working now? It also means to take a test to see if you qualify or to audition. If you want to be on the team, you'll have to first try out. Take out on means to treat someone badly. He took it out on his sister. Talk out of means to dissuade someone, the opposite of persuade. They talked him out of it somehow. Think up means to invent. I know you can think up plenty of excuses. Do not give them to me. Throw up means to vomit. The little boy threw up after jumping around the whole day. Turn in means to submit or tell on someone. He turned himself into the police. Turn down means to reject. He turned down the gracious offer. Warm up to means to become earnest to someone. He warmed up to her as sooner than we had expected. Watch out means to be vigilant. You better watch out for speeding vehicles. Wear out means to not be in useful condition or to be very exhausted. He was worn out by the continuous practice. Wipe off means to remove. All his money was wiped off. Wrap up means to end something. We have to wrap up the event by 5 p.m. Zone out means to lose concentration. The children zoned out in the middle of the class. Warm up to means to become earnest to someone. He warmed up to her as soon as we had expected. So these are some phrasal verbs that are very common, very useful in our day-to-day lives. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you'll also try to use them in your day-to-day life. Apart from that, any phrase that you hear that has a verb in them is a phrasal verb, so be on the lookout for them. I'll see you in the assignments part. Signing off. Hope you had a good class. Have a good day. Thank you.